Sister Wives producers giving patriarch Kody Brown a victim edit proves they've never cared about Kody's ex-wives. Sister Wives star Kody Brown, the patriarch of the Brown family, has been getting a victim edit throughout the current season of the show, proving the series has never cared about his ex-wives Cristin Brown, Janelle Brown, and Meri Brown. Kody's time on Sister Wives season 19 has been different than the seasons of the past, as he's been focusing a lot more on the way his relationships have changed in the last few years rather than the betrayal he's been feeling because of his exes. While Kody has been sharing similar feelings, he's been showing them a bit differently. Throughout Sister Wives' run, Kody and his wives have been the center of the family and the crux of the issues within their unit. While Kody's remaining wife, Robyn Brown, has always seen herself as a victim, Kody's typically understood that some of his actions have consequences until the current season of the series. Throughout Sister Wives season 19, the patriarch has adopted a victim mentality and has been getting an edit that reflects he may be the victim in his personal turmoil. Despite knowing Kody's kids and exes have reasons for backing away, the show doesn't appear to care. As Sister Wives continues, the show's producers seem like they're trying to give Kody the benefit of the doubt when he makes mistakes or struggles in his morally incorrect treatment of others. While Kody continually shows that he's more of a villain than a victim, he often winds up getting painted as the victim of his wife Robyn's behavior. Kody, who has been strong-arming others into doing what he wants for years, is hardly a victim, but producers show him in a specific light for a reason. Kody's portrayal on Sister Wives can sometimes feel more forgiving surrounding his actions than anyone else's in the family, which illuminates an interesting truth about the production behind the show. It's clear that Kody hasn't been satisfied with the way he's been shown in the recent years of the series, but his portrayal throughout the current season appears to empathize with him a bit more than it has in the past. Kody likely was clear that he wanted to feel more satisfied with his portrayal on Sister Wives to the production team this season. Although Kody has been shown to have some serious faults on Sister Wives in the current season, he's also been shown to have justification in the moments when he's just plain wrong. Kody's behavior has been proven to be difficult for his family to handle, along with viewers of the show, but he's been allowed to explain himself and cast blame onto others as he's moved through the series. Sister Wives often allows Kody to have more of a point of view than others, making it clear production is trying to cater to his large ego. Although it could be that the Sister Wives production team is trying to keep Kody happy after editing him more to be the villain in the last few years, it appears they also may be trying to push viewers to empathize with the family patriarch. While Kody continually shares some of the most difficult truths of his life about his behavior in his past marriages, Sister Wives producers may be trying to get viewers to be kinder to him. Rather than seeing Kody for his mistakes, Sister Wives producers may want viewers to give Kody the benefit of the doubt. For years, Sister Wives has captivated audiences with its unique insight into polygamy, focusing on the ever-dramatic dynamics of Kody Brown and his now dwindling number of wives. The show's most recent season has doubled down on an unmistakable narrative shift. The producers are working overtime to craft a sympathetic victim edit for Kody Brown. For a man who has spent over a decade dismissing his wives' concerns, steamrolling their emotions, and treating them like interchangeable puzzle pieces in his ever-expanding ego, the attempt to cast Kody as a heartbroken, misunderstood father and husband is not only laughable but insulting to the very women who made Sister Wives worth watching in the first place. The signs have been glaringly obvious. Since Cristin's triumphant exit from the family, the show has shifted from highlighting her newfound happiness to showcasing Kody's supposed grief over her decision. Viewers have been bombarded with scenes of Kody sulking, looking off into the distance, and lamenting that he just doesn't understand why Cristin and later Janelle would leave him. Conveniently, the producers have strategically cut out the years of neglect, passive-aggressive manipulation, and blatant favoritism toward Robyn Brown, the wife he legally married and emotionally prioritized long before the cracks in the Brown family became irreparable. It's clear that the show is now rewriting history, attempting to frame Kody as a tragic figure rather than a man whose own actions led to his downfall. Gone are the days when Kody would openly mock his wife's feelings on camera. Now we're given carefully curated confessionals where he feigns emotional depth, his voice heavy with supposed sorrow. The irony is not lost on longtime viewers who remember his dismissiveness when Cristin tearfully admitted she was unhappy, or when he told Janelle that his love for her was duty rather than genuine affection. Even Meri, who spent years begging for a fraction of the attention he gives Robyn, has been reduced to nothing more than an afterthought in the grand narrative of Kody's supposed suffering. The producer's approach is as transparent as it is insulting. By positioning Kody as a victim of polygamy rather than the architect of his own demise, they absolve him of accountability while simultaneously diminishing the real struggles his ex-wives endured for years. Cristin, Janelle, and Mary were each given one-sided relationships where their emotional needs were ignored and their autonomy was routinely challenged. Now, instead of celebrating their resilience and newfound independence, the show is bending over backward to garner sympathy for the man who caused their pain. What makes this narrative shift even more galling is the selective editing that protects Kody while throwing his ex-wives under the bus. Cristin, who emerged as a fan favorite for her courage in leaving, is now subtly painted as the instigator of familial destruction. Janelle, who always sought fairness and stability, is framed as difficult and uncooperative simply for demanding respect. Mary, who suffered the longest, is barely given screen time unless it serves to emphasize Kody's apathy toward her. Meanwhile, Robin, the recipient of Kody's full attention and resources, acts as his emotional mouthpiece, lamenting that polygamy has failed them while conveniently leaving out the fact that she benefited the most from its collapse. The hypocrisy in how the show frames Kody's heartbreak versus the suffering of his ex-wives is staggering. When Cristin left, she was labeled as selfish. When Janelle stood up for herself, she was branded as combative. When Mary finally let go, it was met with an eye-roll-worthy "oh well" from Kody. Yet now that Kody is facing the consequences of his own neglect and arrogance, the producers are treating his distress as some grand tragedy worthy of sympathy. This manipulation of the narrative isn't just a slap in the face to the women who endured Kody's indifference for years. It's also an insult to the intelligence of the viewers who have watched this story unfold. Sister Wives fans aren't blind to the fact that Kody's supposed pain is nothing more than a reaction to losing control. He never mourned the love of his wives because, in reality, he never truly valued it. What he mourns is the loss of his authority, the unraveling of his once tightly controlled household, and the public exposure of his failures as a husband and father. The question then becomes, why are the producers so determined to push this false narrative? The answer is simple: drama sells. A reformed Kody Brown, a man who suddenly realizes the consequences of his actions and seeks redemption, makes for compelling TV. It keeps the audience engaged, debating whether he can change, whether the remaining wives will ever forgive him, and whether polygamy itself is the true villain in this story rather than Kody's blatant favoritism and poor leadership. But here's the reality: Kody Brown is not a victim. He is not some tragic figure caught in the crosshairs of an impossible lifestyle. He is a man who made conscious choices to neglect, belittle, and ultimately push away the women who once loved him. His ex-wives did not leave him because polygamy is inherently flawed. They left because he was the flaw in their polygamous family. And no amount of producer manipulation can erase that truth. If the Sister Wives producers truly cared about telling an authentic story, they would lean into the narratives of Cristin, Janelle, and Mary without reducing their journeys to footnotes in Kody's "woe is me" arc. They would show Cristin's thriving new life without making it about Kody's sadness. They would highlight Janelle's self-sufficiency without framing it as a betrayal. They would give Mary the space to be more than just the discarded wife who never got closure. Instead, they are making it painfully obvious that their priority is to keep Kody at the center of the story, even if it means rewriting history to make him look like the ultimate victim.